Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. This is Sabine from ZenNumeroStar.com. Thank you for watching this video on the 369 method. This video is inspired by my latest client who asked me about it and I didn't know how to answer her. So I decided to study his work, Nikola Tesla's work, and I tested it last week. For those of you who don't know who Nikola Tesla was, and I didn't either, I looked into it and I got to know that he was a genius inventor. He was famous for having invented the first alternating current AC motor and transmission technology. And this is super impressive, but today we're going to talk about his 369 work. He discovered that those numbers, 369, represented magnetic mathematical patterns in their perfection and harmony, so much so that he developed a routine where he would try and behave in such a way that where he lived, what he did was divisible by 3. He said that if people knew about the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, they would have the key to the universe. Well, I will not bore you with all the mathematical calculations and all the rest, plus I'm not the best at that, but it's common knowledge that the number 3 can be seen as the number of creation. Now, for instance, a baby is created from a man and a woman. 3 also represents the Trinity with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Also, some of you will know that I am a numerologist. Actually, I started my coaching career as a numerologist, from which I derive your qualities as a natural manifester and what could block you on that, so that you know where to focus your attention and work on yourself efficiently. Well, in numerology, in a nutshell, the number 3 is the number representing creation, creativity, imagination, but also the art of talking, which we may refer as inner talk and affirmations to be spoken out loud, so hold that thought for the method. Now, if you visualize number 6, you can see that it holds the energy of a pregnant woman to symbolize love and the way we need to bond and connect with our manifestation. As for the number 9, again, if you look at it, you can tell that it's all in the head. But because it is the 6 reversed, it means that the people having 9s in dominance dedicate time to help others, to make the world a better place by working, maybe for a humanitarian cause, for instance. So if we combine those numbers and we correlate with the manifesting world, we can say that first comes the desire that you select and formulate. You activate it in your physical reality by having loving feelings as you want it. And finally, the 9 is a reminder that it is important to think lovingly about the manifestation. So there you have it with the 3, 6, and 9. You create and formulate, you love it in your heart, and you think lovingly about it in your head. Now, as I was working out a video for today, I was also reminded that I attended a seminar 4 years ago, and I bought some music with 369, 963, 396, because it was super interesting around these numbers in music, or even sacred music, actually. So let's quickly look into them one by one, and you'll see this very quick. So the 369, as you can tell, because it is going further up, so 3 and then 6 and then 9, so it's a natural flow. So it is the divine combination to naturally manifest. 963 is the opposite of 369, and it is also sacred like the 639. And the reason it is divine is because the sequence is an eternal pattern, like the 8 symbol, so the symbol of eternity. So it goes up and it comes back down and it goes up again. And the 396 is the creation of the 3, the thoughts of the 9, and the loving heart of the 6. Therefore, the need to unblock your thoughts, because it should be 369 and not 396. So it is important to put everything in order. So the 3 of creation, 6 of the heart, and 9 of the thoughts. Now, there are plenty of great techniques on YouTube about how you can use the 369 method. Maybe you have tested some already with success, and that's great. Today, I am offering you my take on this method that I have tested this week. I'm working on a more personal challenge right now, to be honest, as I am expanding the method to another aspect of my life, a bigger aspect of my life, if you will. Because the truth is that this week I tested that method for the first time with money, and it worked within 2 days. But remember, guys, that I know how to call money into my existence now, so that's why I'm doing this challenge for something different, because I want to expand my horizon. Okay, so this is my take on it and the way I've made it work for me. This is a practical exercise, so I would like for you to listen to it first, and if it resonates with you, please practice it. This is not an intellectual process. This has to be a hands-on process. Okay, so I took a piece of paper in which I wrote 3 times one affirmation of what I wanted. One goal, one affirmation, okay? You can use an affirmation with I am, which incidentally is also the divine way to call what you want into your existence. This is because as you say I am, you are claiming your manifestation to be yours and to be one with it. It is very powerful if you feel okay and not icky as you write I am. Step number 2, I wrote 6 times an inner conversation, because this is my natural manifesting process anyway. And to reproduce the 369 concept, I made sure that I had written the way it was making me feel, so that I connected with my heart center. And the last step for the number 9, I wrote 9 times thank you, because it is my way to trust that my manifestation is mine, and I am thankful to have so much power. The 9 is the head and the humanitarian spirit, so it's also the way to let the universe or my God self or source or higher self or whatever you feel like calling do its magic. In some videos you might have seen that the other coaches write their manifestation 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times before going to bed. I understand that principle, especially at the start of you wanting your manifestation, because it helps you direct your focus, so it's super useful. And it is also part of a routine, so if you have a winning routine, that's all good. But I'll be honest with you, apart from the fact that I wrote 3 times the affirmation, 6 times one inner conversation with my feelings, and 9 times thank you, I didn't do the writing process more than once. However, I took my paper 9 times a day the first 3 days, 6 times a day the following 3 days, and 3 times a day the final 3 days. I tested that method for 9 days in total. Now, every time I took my paper, this is what I did. The 3 affirmations I read with my finger on it to impress the information or data in my mind. The inner conversation I said out loud, and the thank you note I whispered. So there you have it, my very own 369 method. All the other methods you see on YouTube are all valid, so my recommendation would be for you to pick one you feel good about, where you believe it can work for you, and practice that method and stick to it. My other tip is to stick to the paper that you write the first time. That's why you also need to stick to your affirmations and refrain from changing them all the time. So please think twice before you write your affirmation and inner conversation. If you'd like more information on affirmations, inner conversations, and new story, remember guys that I have developed an exhaustive course dedicated to them with examples around SPs, money, and work. And how about you? Have you ever tested the 369 method? And if not, you are going to probably test it now. So what are you going to test it on? Let me know in the comment box down below. Yes, before I forget, the related blog post will give you 2 other manifesting techniques or methods. Now remember once again that a technique is for you to be in the state of the wish fulfilled, to direct your focus where it should be. You are the driving force behind any technique. Having said that, I understand that techniques can be helpful, as you can see, if you understand that they are a tool. As always, I know you can do it. I do believe in you. So on that note, happy manifesting.